we're continuing our virtual tour of the Passion Week, the week between Palm Sunday and Easter Sunday. And each day I'm posting a different video and trying to just help us walk through this as best we can. And today I want to look at a really short passage, and it's found in Mark 12, and it's titled The Widow's Offering, and it begins in verse 41. It says, Jesus sat down opposite the place where the offerings were put and watched the crowd putting their money into the temple treasury. Many rich people threw in large amounts, but a poor widow came and put in 2 very small copper coins, worth only a fraction of a penny. I happen to have one of those copper coins with me that I picked up while I was in Israel this last time. You can see they're pretty small, and they're nicknamed the widow's mite. They are all over the place in Israel, and you can find them. And so this is what is believed to be the coin that this widow put into the offering plate. Calling his disciples, Jesus said, "I tell you the truth. This poor widow has put into the treasury more than all the others. They all gave out of their wealth, but she, out of her poverty, put in everything, all that she had to live on." Now, I share this story not because of anything really to do with money or finances. I don't know what individuals give to the church. That's between you and God. And I don't know how you spend your money or what you do spend it on or don't spend it on. That is not my business. And in fact, we have been profoundly blessed as a church. Our needs are being met. People are continuing to give, and I am so thankful for that in the midst of such a difficult and trying time. But I do share this story because I think there's a principle here that we can look at in our own lives. There are markers, hallmarks you might say, that describe what a disciple is. A disciple is someone who is regularly in fellowship with other believers. A disciple is someone who is sharing their faith regularly with others. A disciple is someone who is giving consistently and on a regular basis to their church and to other ministries. A disciple is someone who has undergone baptism and participates in communion and is involved in a small group. Disciples are more than just people who show up and give an hour of their week to their church. They are people who are committed, who are hungry to know more of Christ and are driven to share him with others in whatever way that looks like. And this woman, this widow, I think gives us a great example of what a disciple is. A disciple. I tell you the truth, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all of the others, because she gave out of her wealth, or she did not, rather, give out of her wealth, as the others did, but she gave out of her poverty. She put in everything, all she had to live on. Folks, I think the definition of a disciple is someone who is saying, I am all in on Jesus Christ. That there is nothing in this life that is more important than my faith. There's nothing more important than following after Christ with everything I have. Whether it costs me 2 copper coins or it costs me whatever else it may be. Whether it costs me time or resources or energy. A disciple who is someone who says, I am all in. And so today, as you ponder this, as you think about this, as you spend time in the beautiful outdoors and you spend time with your family, I want to invite you to have the conversation with each other. What number one is it that we are giving? And I don't mean financially, but what in our lives is it costing us to be a follower of Christ? And the second thing is ask yourselves, is there something more that we need to let go of? Is there something more we need to be willing to give, to put into the pot in order to be able to really say, I am all in when it comes to following Jesus Christ. Well, folks, I'm hoping that this is encouraging today, that it's challenging to you today. Please know that we miss you so much, especially in this week of coming into Easter. This is a special high point in the church calendar, and it's difficult for us to not be able to be with you in person. But we know that there's an end to this. We know that God is still in control, and we know that even if everything falls apart, that when we are all in on Jesus Christ, we have his assurance and his hope.